everyone has problems, you know? And a lot of times we disregard our own problems because they're not as bad as someone else's problems. So, you're struggling, making money to pay your rent, and someone's like, hey, at least you're eating food. You're struggling to get through school, and then someone says, hey, at least you have an opportunity to get some education. And it almost belittles our own life experiences by comparing ourselves to someone who has it worse. Comparing yourself to someone who has it worse is no better than comparing yourself to someone who has it better. So we demonize. We think it's okay to compare ourselves to others when it's something worse, but when it's something better, it's bad. So it's like, at least you don't have it as bad as that person, and you don't have it as good as that other person, but be grateful for what you have. Struggle is universal. Challenges happen in every level of success, every level of happiness, every level of abundance comes a new set of challenges that you have. And if you are a successful everyday gentleman that has a job, that has a place to live, that has, a car, and can go on vacation a couple times a year and hang out with your friends and, take some girls out on some dates, you're told that you have it all. And once you have succeeded on that level, society almost gives you no permission to complain. They almost make you feel bad for wanting more. Yeah, I've got a good job. Yeah, I make decent money. Yeah, I get to go out on the weekends and all of that fun stuff. But there's something missing. And as soon as we start looking for that something missing, we go through this checklist in our head of really asking ourselves, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are my bills paid? Are you okay? Are you healthy? Are you okay? Are your relationships good? Are you okay? And if the answer is yes to being okay in all of those areas, our desire mechanism keeps going. But society tells you to shut up. You've made it. What do you got to complain about? You have friends, you have a job, you have money. Shut up. And so we feel guilty when we're like, I'm not fully satisfied. I'm happy, but I'm not fully satisfied. And we shut down our desires, we shut down our imaginations, and we shut down our curiosity to what else is out there because of the voice in our head saying, shut up. So many people have it worse than you. Shut up. You accomplished what you set out to do. How much more do you want? You're greedy. You're not greedy. On every level, there's a new set of challenges. And every level of success that you have, eventually the joy of that success is going to fade and you're going to desire more. It's that mechanism in our minds is what allows our society and allows our species to thrive and to continue to progress. If you shut your curiosity and your creativity and your imagination out when you simply accomplish the things you were supposed to accomplish so the world didn't consider you to be a loser, then you're going to live a life of mediocrity. And living a life of mediocrity is nothing to write home about. No one documents the story of a guy that just did okay. Everyone documents a story of either huge triumphs or huge tragedies, but never anything in between. And when we're living our lives, every single day we're creating a legacy. We're creating a story that has significance and has meaning because of the way that it progressed and of the way that it moved forward and moved upward. So whatever level of life you're in, it's okay to want more. Now, there's a difference between creating dynamically and succeeding in the world. Succeeding in the world is accomplishing the tasks that you're supposed to accomplish in order for you to have basic health, okay? Have a solid group of friends and have a relationship with your family. Get a job, contribute to society, make some money, get a place to live, pay your bills. After that, after you've accomplished that, you are then considered successful. But after success, what next? We used to call this, decades ago, the midlife crisis. But with how fast technology moves and how cheap everything is, having everything that you need in order for you to be basically happy is becoming easier and easier, and we're reaching it at a younger and younger age. Now, back in the day, it was you turn 50 years old, you got a family, you got a good career, you got a house, and all of a sudden you're like, is this it? Shit, I gotta do something. Bam, young girlfriend, bam, fancy car, or an affair, or you start taking up, something extreme because you're just saying that, there's something else out there. Well, that's no longer for the 50-year-old man that has the wife, the 2.3 kids, the White House picket fence, and and 2 cars. That's happening to us at a younger and younger age, and it's actually starting to get to the point that it's like, okay, I've got my basic needs. What now next? Is that those thoughts are hitting us at 30 years old, 25 years old, sometimes even at 22, 23 years of age. So if one part of society tells you, shut up, you're doing good enough, people have it way worse, why are you complaining, you have everything you need, then where do we go to seek these answers? Where do we go to see what's beyond basic success? The first step is giving yourself permission to fantasize, to desire, to imagine, to wonder. But if you feel guilty about wanting more when you're already doing well, automatically imagination shuts off. Creativity, desire, fantasizing shuts off. And that stops our ability to live, because our ability to create in our lives is first given by the permission to say, I want more. I want something new. I want something else. I want to experience all of the flavors that life has to offer. Step 1 is giving yourself permission. Second step is to see what options are out there. We live in an age where every corner of the earth is accessible one way or another, whether it's through Snapchat or through a website or a YouTube video or even Google Maps. Every part of the world has access to seeing at least what it has to offer, or to see what challenges come, through, experiencing that element of the world. The world is getting smaller and smaller by the day, which means that we have more and more access to all of the wonders that is in the world, that is in humanity. So if any time it's appropriate for you to fantasize, it's now, because the opportunity is there. Human beings were designed for pleasure. Our bodies are built for pleasure. But for some reason, it's stuck in our head that we must suffer. You don't have to suffer in order to feel pleasure. But a lot of times we choose to, right? And so that guilty feeling that you have of maybe I shouldn't want this, that's your suffering standing in the way. Your mind creating synthetic suffering in order for you to have what you want, because your brain is conditioned to say, hey, before anything good happens, I have to hurt first. But it's not like that anymore. It doesn't have to be like that. You can release the guilt of wanting more and simply just create. Because when you create with good intention, when you create from a space of respecting yourself, respecting the world around you, what it has to offer, and respecting others, it's okay for you to want anything amongst the endless catalog of abundance of the universe. You have permission to want, as long as you're not an asshole, you know? It's not wanting it that makes you an asshole. It's being an asshole that makes you wanting it a bad thing, you know? And that's why it's always clutch to be checking in with your integrity, making sure that your feelings, your thoughts, your words, and your actions are all in line with each other. Because when they are, you have full permission to desire anything that this world has to offer.